It's been 6 months since a series of explosions damaged the Nord Stream pipelines. Investigators still don't have any conclusive evidence showing who is responsible for the sabotage, but they do have a new theory. Germany's digital news outlet, TOnline, working with open source intelligence, found evidence the Russian Navy may have used mini-submersibles to bomb the Nord Stream pipelines. According to the theory, the Russians used planned naval exercises and bad weather to conceal the movement of 6 ships to the suspected crime scene. One of the ships, the SS-750, is a submarine support ship that carries a mini-submarine. Even though the ID tracking system on the boat was turned off, satellite imagery shows the SS-750 likely left its port in Kaliningrad on the night of September 21st and was gone for a couple of days. However, the SS-750 left port about 14 hours before most of the ships participating in the naval exercises left their ports. The Russian Ministry of Defense said commandos from the Russian Special Forces took part in the naval exercises as well. TOnline and open source intelligence theorize the Spetsnaz members could have easily been aboard the SS-750. From here, the investigation gets a little murky, and that may be by design. In addition to the SS-750, there were 2 tugboats with it that also turned off their automatic identification systems when they were about 45 nautical miles away from the primary Nord Stream 1 sabotage site. Based on the new evidence, TOnline says Russia had the right combination of vessels and soldiers in place to bomb the pipeline. As far as why the Russians would want to blow up their own pipelines and imperil one of the country's primary sources of revenue, well, no one has an answer. Oliver Alexander, an analyst with open source intelligence, said ultimately the evidence he helped uncover on its own won't solve the mystery of the Nord Stream sabotage. But he said it will likely go a long way to getting some answers. In the immediate aftermath of the explosions last September, suspicions focused on Russia as the responsible party. At one time or another, though, Russia blamed the Ukrainians, the British, and Americans for blowing up the pipelines. A Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist accused the U.S. Navy of the sabotage. Another German news outlet floated the idea a German-owned yacht was used by 6 unnamed saboteurs to cause the chaos. There was also evidence showing a group of both Ukrainians and Russians against the invasion were conspiring to blow up the pipelines, but there's nothing to indicate they actually carried through with the attack, let alone had the means to accomplish it. In late March, Russia asked the UN Security Council to launch an independent investigation into the incident. China and Brazil were the only other nations on the council to support the measure, though, so the Russian request is essentially dead on the water. The U.S. Deputy Ambassador said there's no need for the international body to get involved, not when Sweden, Denmark, and Germany are proceeding in a, quote, comprehensive, transparent, and impartial manner. You can hear more of our unbiased, straight-fact reporting on the Nord Stream pipelines and how they factor into the war in Ukraine at straightarrownews.com.
Thanks for watching. In this time of media mistrust, Straight Arrow News is on a mission to bring you unbiased, fact-based reporting. It's the way news should be. Welcome to trustworthy journalism. Join us at straightarrownews.com.